For your assignment, you are going to download a file called How Old Are You, which you have seen before, and a graphic that goes with it. And you are going to add try, catch, and throw to the file. So this is kind of similar to what I showed you with wind chill. And if we view the page source, we've got our code in here. So things that can create error conditions would be these things that we are checking in the if. So this little section here should be inside a try block, and then you would put a catch below it. Okay, so instead of updating here and displaying an error message, you would throw the error message and you would throw it down to the catch block. The catch block then will update the inner HTML with the error message. And this is exactly what wind chill is doing. So please refer to that and then you'll understand what to do here. Okay, so if we take a look, you can see that we've got the error conditions that we're checking. Those are all inside a try block. And then catch is where we are taking the error message and updating the HTML. Okay, so you'll notice that each one of these, if the condition is true, it is throwing an error. And that is what you need to do to the How Old Are You page. Then you're going to download the Smoke Genie, which is a guessing game. And you're going to add data validation to that code and incorporate the try, catch, and throw. Okay, and there's really only one thing you're probably going to need to check, and that is the user's guess. Okay, so it needs to be a number. The number needs to be between 1 and 100. So if they enter bad data or they enter a number that's out of range, then you're going to throw an error. I would like you to add a couple of console methods to your code. You could add console count, console info, console log, just so you can get used to using these methods. Then when you're done with that, you are going to walk through a Canvas game tutorial. So these are all of the pages that you need to complete. And when you're done, it should look like this game example, but I do want you to make it your own. So this is kind of your final result. Okay, but I don't necessarily want you to end up with a red box and green bars because they're giving you all the code for that. And so all that does is teach you how to copy paste, and that's not what I want you to do. So don't use the same canvas dimensions. You cannot use the red square and green bars. You have to do something different. So I do have a couple links here. This one I did. So you can see we're back to Zeppo, and instead of green bars, I've got Zeppo escaping snakes. And you'll see that you get a score here. I also have another example that a student of mine did. Okay, and so for hers, which was really, really loud, I'll have to bear with it here. So with hers, okay, so you can tell she added sound, but she also added keyboard commands. So instead of the buttons, she has the keyboard commands. Okay, so a couple different variations. And as you're going through the W3 schools, you will notice that there are additional things you can add. So if you wanted to keep going through this and adding more, that would be a-okay. This is something, if you change it from the red square and green bars, if you change it to something like this, you certainly can use that as one of the games in the final project. Okay. So I've actually had people create a zombie game where they're shooting cannons at the game. They've done all sorts of really cool stuff. And their starting point was this tutorial. So that is the assignment. And if you run into problems, make sure you've transferred your code and then throw me an email and I'll help you.